Welcome to My Worst Date. I'm Cassie.
I'm Keegan.
I'm Christina.
And this is your Shorty episode for the month of
December.
Darn it.
You just never know what month
I don't know
we're
where
in,
I'm
what
at,
time
who
of
I
year
am,
we're in.
What's going on?
Okay, so this has been on Reddit for a while, but we have not talked about it. And I'm curious to hear your thoughts because there are, differing opinions about this online, as there always is. Even whenever something appears black and white to me, there's always got to be somebody who disagrees. So this guy got on Reddit and he was saying, how do I get over this? He was on his wife's phone for some reason. I don't know the reason, but he was on his wife's phone and he went into like a saved folder on her phone, and it was literally thousands or 1,000 at least pictures of him sleeping.
Okay.
Ooh.
Like at night, every night?
I don't know. I don't know if it was like at night, every time he takes a nap, just anytime he's asleep, she takes a little snippy snap of him. And he is literally like, I'm so creeped out by this.
Yeah. Like what
Do
in
I-
the paranormal activity is happening right now?
Like, what do I do? Like, this is so bizarre. And, if it was just a couple sleeping photos, I'd be like, oh, that's not a big deal at all. That's kind of cute. Like, she saw you sleeping and she's like, oh, he's so precious or whatever, and took a picture. But
What are you making?
1,000?
A sleeping photo book?
1,000 pictures?
That's a lot.
What are you
she
doing with that?
with it? Yeah, that's my first question. What are you doing with them? Because maybe it's like, I don't know. Maybe she's like, oh, he's so fucking hot when he's sleeping. And like, I don't know.
She's got a kink for it or something?
Maybe. Or, yeah, I don't. What other reason would you have
It
for
is weird,
1,000?
right?
I don't know. You
Maybe,
just got
like,
into a weird
maybe-
habit.
Maybe you just had like this, your like cute idea. I'm going to take pictures of when I'm sleeping. And then like after we're together for like so many years, I'm going to put a funny video together.
Well, how many years have
I
they
don't
been together
know.
to have 1,000 pictures?
It's a lot.
That's a lot.
I mean, if she's taking them every night, that's like,
Yeah.
what, 3.5 years?
That's too many.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's too many pictures. So yeah, I don't really know because like a lot of people in the comments, or it was about half and half, where there were people in the comments who were like, you're thinking about divorce over this? Like that's seems extreme.
It feels extreme to me too. I don't know if I think it's deems a conversation. I don't know if it's
100%.
divorce.
And I think he did have a conversation. And I don't think she gave like a very good answer. Like, I don't know that
Ooh,
she knows
that's
why she
weird.
does it. It's
Okay.
definitely not like a project. It's like just something she does because she likes having them or something. And that would be strange to me. It's like a weird compulsion that you have, but
It's not
it's
hurting
harmless for
It's
the
not
most
really-
part.
yeah.
Yeah,
It
it's
is pretty
harmless. But if you found 1,000 pictures of you sleeping on your partner's phone,
Yeah.
how would you feel?
I feel
know.
like I'm in a horror movie. Like, first and foremost, it's terrifying.
You're just
I don't know.
scrolling, more
You're
pictures.
You're supposed to feel safe with your partner, and you are no more vulnerable than when you were sleeping. And so somehow finding out that there are 1,000 photos
Yeah.
of
It's a
you
lot.
when you're vulnerable and they're doing things like taking photos, it's unsettling to me. I don't know if it's like divorce immediately, but I'm
Yeah,
having
I mean,
a
I don't know
real
if it's-
conversation about it.
I don't know if it's jar of cum under the sink.
Oh, well, no.
But
okay.
What is? Or in the pancake batter.
Oh my God. I forgot about that until just this second. I read another Reddit where, and I didn't read the whole thing. I just read the title where a woman was saying that her fiance agreed to have another baby with his ex-girlfriend. I guess they had a baby previously. Now that is a
Absolutely
violation that is like you
Unforgivable.
break up immediately. You break up
Immediately.
immediately, right?
Yeah.
So that is a violation worth that. Like this is very weird. It's a very strange thing to do, but I don't know that it's divorce court.
Okay. So to that point, I saw a girl that was on TikTok and it was talking about leaving her boyfriend because she was like, I'm moving out. I told my boyfriend that I had plans this weekend, but I'm actually moving out. I'm moving across the state or whatever. Because we've been together for 8 years and we bring up marriage, but it's never happening. And like, he just won't commit basically. And it's like, after 8 years, you really, it's like, yeah,
I
time to
don't
move on.
blame her, but I do wonder, why are you ghosting?
Why are you posting?
Ghosting. Like, why is she saying like, I told him I have plans, but I'm actually moving out? Like, just break up.
Oh, I think she doesn't want to be convinced to go back into the relationship. Sometimes it's easier to not have somebody try to talk you out of something.
Well,
you
it's
made your
always
mind up about.
easier. It's
Very-
always easier to
Very
do that. But
traumatic to like for him to come
Well-
home and his partner have 8 years.
Yeah.
It's just gone with all of her shit.
yeah, I
But-
don't like that. I think she's right to make that decision if she wants something for her life that he's not willing to give, and she's put 8 years into it and he's
You're
still
right.
not willing to commit. I don't blame her for leaving, but I'll
Absolutely.
never be on the side of just ghosting completely. Like, just
Yeah.
you-
Unless they're like abusive or something. And
100%, of course.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, it's that's too long. You know what I mean? She's been upfront about, wanting to commit and everything like that. And he keeps punting the ball, after 8 years. Like,
yeah.
you know what I
Well,
mean?
he
Like,
needs to be honest too. It sounds like they have bad communication just all
Right.
the way around. Like, he needs to be honest. Like, if you don't want to, get married or whatever, you still don't feel ready after 8 years and you've known
Yeah.
that this is something she's wanted. Now, if it's something that neither of you wanted initially, or,
Yeah.
something
Something's
like that,
changed.
then
Well, that's also
that's-
communication.
that's
Yeah.
different. But if it's something that she's communicated for 8 years, that this is the path that she wanted to go down, and you're dragging your feet or making excuses or not being upfront about why you won't propose, then that's, yeah, she should get out, find somebody who wants what she wants.
What she wants. Yeah.
8 years
Yeah.
is a long time. That's almost a decade.
yeah. And I mean,
That's
she
a
did
long
look
time.
She
Ugh.
did look young, so maybe, dude face just isn't ready yet. She looked younger, but still it's just like 8 years with somebody is a very long time. It's a
Yeah.
lot of time to commit to a partnership. That
Especially if
doesn't
you don't know
feel
they're
like it's
gonna-
going to grow and
Yeah.
change, and like I'm on her side completely to get out, but
Mhm.
I'm also with you, Keegan, is that she should have like said something or had a conversation. Like
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
just
think-
weird to me to say like, oh, I told him I have plans and I'm actually
Yeah.
like moving out, is just like, I don't know, just
Yeah.
I guess if you needed to do that initially, if you needed to do some like get your stuff in order and start packing and maybe even have your car loaded up, I think that is fine. But I do think you have to have a face-to-face. I think letting somebody come home to an empty house and then having to explain it later, again, unless it's an abuse situation,
Yeah.
to me is just, I don't know, it's 8 years. 8 years is a long time.
Mhm.
And like, to end something very unceremoniously with no closure in that way feels like not cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oof. Well, you guys want to hop into stories?
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. I have a fun one to start with.
Okay.
This one really tickles me. I went on a first date and realized about 15 minutes in that this dude wasn't asking me any questions. Like, not at all. Like the usual give and take and flow of conversation when you are getting to know someone. It was so bizarre. I let things proceed for a while and then just started saying things about myself and not following up. For example, we walked into a candy store and I said, "Yeah, I can't eat anything in here." And then just let it hang there with no explanation to see if he'd follow up. I have a nut allergy. Nothing.
Huh.
Eventually, I just started making things up. Oh yeah, I got shot once. I grew up I grew up Amish, so I didn't use a phone until I was 16. My last car was an old decommissioned ambulance. Not a
Nothing.
single fucking
I
question about me, my life, my interests, or anything I said. Anything he learned about me was me volunteering the information. And it wasn't like he didn't talk. He talked over 50% of the time. It was so weird. I
Just
always
didn't
wondered
give a
if he
shit.
was just playing a game or had a bet or something. It was that bad.
Wow.
I just think
No,
it's so,
and these
I got
guys,
shot once.
yeah, and then they want to know like
excuse me, what?
why they're single. It's like, why do you expect somebody to just have a relationship with themselves?
Yeah.
And
while
if
you're
I
just
could do that
present
by
Like,
myself.
Cassie. Truly, yeah. Like if I'm gonna do that, I'll just be alone.
Yeah. can
I
look
don't
in the
need you
mirror and
here.
talk to myself or something. I don't know. Okay. So I was on a 4th date with a guy. I wasn't sure if I liked him yet, but I thought he was pretty cool. I brought up the whole "where are we going" conversation, and he said he wasn't looking for anything serious, just wanted fun. Fine by me, so no issues there. But then as we were saying goodnight, he tells me, "I think you're in love with me."
Oh, am I?
He's not telling me he loves me. He's informing me that I love him after 4 dates. Needless to say, that was our last date.
Ugh.
I'm
don't like
pretty
that.
sure you're in love with me. Like,
Actually,
narcissist.
It actually reminds me of that Dax Shepard character in When in Rome.
so
That's something that he
does
was
live in your brain.
It, of course it does. It will never get out of there. I'll never be able to shake it loose. Okay. I once met a date for coffee. He was 20 minutes late. Wasn't super impressed, and even less impressed when he told me he was late because his ex and him had just signed the sale of their house and decided to have one last hurrah, having sex in their old bedroom to
Let's
really
not.
give the marriage closure.
Oh, it's
Sir.
for closure? Of course.
It's for closure.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Jesus
Mhm.
Christ.
Okay, so there's a balance, I just want to point out, between ghosting completely
And oversharing.
You don't need that much closure. A conversation will suffice.
Yeah.
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 And you certainly, if you do, you don't need to share it with your new date. You don't need to share that information.
No. It's
Oh, sorry, I
will
was
fight-
late. I was just fucking my ex and our old.
Oh my God.
What? No.
Okay, here's a wild one. Went out with a plumber. Over dinner, he proceeded to tell me that he refuses to wear gloves when working because he doesn't like how it feels. When he is working with another plumber and there's puddles of piss or whatever, they'll flick it on each other and make each other smell each other's hands.
Oh my God.
Ew.
We have got to have a conversation about appropriate
Men.
dating talk. This also, why? Like, men are so
Disgusting.
gross.
God.
Oh,
Can you imagine doing that with
Smell
your
my-
girlfriends?
No.
Never.
No.
Ever.
Smell this.
Oh my
When I
God.
was speechless, he said, "What's wrong with you?" Dude, I'm trying to eat my steak and now I can't stop thinking about your hands being covered in piss.
Oh,
so
my
disgusting.
God. What is wrong?
I don't think that they've read the same things like the etiquette books that we have. You don't talk about that ever. Well, first, don't do it. But if you do it, don't talk about it.
Also, how are you? Like, I need to be a fly.
Could you
No, I
imagine?
don't. But like being a fly on the wall in like all men's spaces to truly try. Like, I really would feel like I'm watching National Geographic or something because how do you
David
find another?
Attenborough.
Yeah, like how do you find another person who's like also willing to do that with you?
Ugh.
Dude,
You know,
it's like the Butterball Turkey Factory.
Like, stop it. I swear to God,
wish
if
you
say
had
one more
never
word,
shared
don't
that
wanna
with
know
me,
it.
Christina.
I literally don't want to know.
You know what? No, if we have to know it, the listener should have to know it too. Cassie's taking her headphones off.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Apparently, there is like video evidence. Oh, there isn't?
No.
no.
Sorry, Cassie was getting ready to put her headphones back in.
No.
I told her it's not safe yet. It's not safe yet. Okay.
Apparently, there's video evidence of
I'm sick and I can't hear you.
workers at the Butterball Turkey Factory SAing the turkeys, both alive and dead, which is
I assumed that they were dead, and that was bad enough. You know, like a American Pie situation. But knowing, I don't know that it is safe. Christina just gave you the all clear, but like knowing that it wasn't just. I'm sorry, Cassie. Knowing that it wasn't just dead turkeys.
it's the worst. The worst. And
What
that's what
is happening.
That's why we need like over this weekend I watched
I'm sorry. that means they were alive turkeys.
Yeah.
Both alive and dead turkeys.
Yeah.
No,
What
like
is wrong with you?
I'm never fucking a man again.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah. Truly.
It makes me so sad.
Speaking of, like, you know, I'm like, not a single dude stepped up and was like, what the fuck, guys?
Hey,
This is
yeah.
really fucking gross. This is really
Gross
fucking
on
weird
so
behavior.
many levels. Like, not only is it animal cruelty, which is gross, but it's also just like this is going out for consumption, which is also gross. How many people bought butterball turkeys for Thanksgiving?
I'm so sick.
Yeah.
It's so sick.
Yeah. But that's why I'm just like,
It makes me so sad. These are like living things.
Yes.
yeah.
Well, yeah.
It's so
Anyway.
fucked up. Yeah, we really do need a program, though, like narrated by Barack Obama, similar to Our Oceans. So higher ground productions can do like fly on the wall into like male spaces, and Barack Obama can narrate it.
Yeah, because
would
I need to
watch
know.
the
Like, I'm just
shit
like,
out of it.
because who you are in private is obviously not who you are in front of me. And you know what? Actually, there's a woman on TikTok who's kind of like doing the Lord's work. She will record like herself, like she'll make a video of herself, because like whenever she hears guys talking to other guys or whatever in public, talking about their girlfriends. And she's like, I just want you all to know how they talk about you when you're not around. And it is like, and you know, hashtag not all men. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. If we're not talking about you, we're not talking about you. But like, it is a curious thing where I'm just like, what are you guys like? There's enough grossness that I hear about that I'm like, what are you guys You're flicking pee on each other.
You know what? I have to say, we do have some really awesome male listeners.
We do. Oh, 100%.
We do.
Yeah. And,
And
if we're
I
not
will
talking
say-
about you, we're not talking about you.
Yeah. No, and I appreciate that you said that. However, I do want to point out something that somebody posted recently, which I was like, somebody had posted in our chat, and they were like, do girls really not like guys who like cats? And I was like,
Oh, no. Girls love guys who
cats.
like cats.
Yeah, you're the best
Yeah.
people.
Again, like men, you have to stop
Greenest
listening to
flag.
each other, and you
Yeah.
have to start listening to women, because
Yeah.
men have convinced you that women don't like men who have cats.
Greenest
Women
flag.
love men who have cats.
Yes,
So-
we do. There's nothing cuter or like more attractive
Oh my God.
to me than watching some of the videos with like these people who've like found a cat, or if cat found them.
Oh. The best. My favorite are like videos of dads with the cat they didn't want. You know, like, and the cat is just like in love with them. Oh my God, the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life.
The
I
best.
love it. The best.
So be
Ooh.
more like that is what we're asking.
Yeah.
Please.
Get a cat and behave appropriate.
You know, I don't want the butterball guys to get. They shouldn't be allowed 50 feet.
Near anything living,
Yeah.
Correct.
except for
Correct.
each other.
Yeah.
Correct.
There's so many islands in the Pacific
Guys.
that we can just drop them off at.
Ship them off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
God.
Okie dokie then.
All right, I'm going to go to my story because
yeah.
I need to escape whatever mental hell escape this is. A girl invited me to be her date at a wedding. She lived a couple hours away, but said I could crash at her place. Got to her place and found out that she lived with her parents, and they had a separate room for me with a litter box in it. We decided to skip the ceremony and just hit the reception. On the way to the reception, she said, if anyone asks, say you have a liquor license. We had to bartend the reception. Only
Excuse
the
me?
two of us. And we were slammed for hours. The bride and groom kept the tips.
No, you've got to be you got me fucked up. You're putting me to work?
Yep.
Oh my God.
So fucked up.
They
No.
kept the tips. Awesome. Wow.
Wow. Okay. This one is a twofer. So she says, I've got a couple. One guy picked up the bone from a lamb chop. This was in a restaurant, by the way, and sucked on the bone. He then licked the plate And that was the end of that. So
What is fucking wrong with people?
this one's worse.
No.
Content warning. Another good company, very good looking, but the first time we had sex, she's from the UK. The first time we had sex, he shouted, "Mum, mum, mum," when he climaxed. Can you imagine? What do you do? He's inside of you. What do you do?
I unzip my skin and literally melt into the floor cracks. I literally just like, oh my God, the visceral nature of that. Wow. Woof. Listen, there's a lot of kinks and stuff out there, so I'm not going to yuck anybody's yum. However, again, you have to have a conversation about it, and I don't love that one, so don't
I fucking
force
hate
people into stuff like that because that's not. It's not a lot of people's yum. I'll say that. Not trying to be Judge Judy over here, but
no.
Yikes.
No, we get it, Christina.
No.
It's okay. We get it.
It's a no for me.
Yeah, that you.
Oh God,
I hate this episode.
Seriously, this one's
Content
rough.
warning on this whole episode.
Truly. I mean, this is the way to bring in the holidays, right?
God.
Right. Welcome to December.
Okay, here's one for you. This guy, let's call him Adam because that is his name.
Let's call him his name.
Yeah. Asked me to his place for dinner, saying he's a really good cook. His roommate was home, so I wasn't too worried about safety. When I get there, Adam starts cooking. What did he make? Plain spaghetti noodles with sauce straight from a can. No other ingredients whatsoever. The side was a small pre-made salad split between us, like one you'd buy from the deli for lunch. No dressing.
Okay.
Listen, I'm not a food snob at all, but this man said he could cook. Then we turn on Zoolander.
Oh,
Perfect.
baby. How old is this?
This tracks.
This sounds like a 19-year-old, like he's like, I can cook, and he doesn't understand like what cooking really means yet.
Yeah.
He's like, I know how to boil noodles.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is, I mean, some people don't. So I guess, yeah. So then we turn on Zoolander. He tries to get fresh, but I resist. He shows me his room and there's a titty calendar up. I start laughing quite a lot and ask, what are you, 14?
Truly.
He didn't like that very much. So we go back downstairs.
Well, if he's any older than 19, we're in trouble.
Truly.
This whole date.
If there's not a teen after his name.
Right.
Yeah.
The whole date's an issue. Yeah.
It was then I asked him his actual age.
Oh,
he says, I'm 30. I ask again because I had already Googled him, and knew very well he was 35. He lies again. I say something like, I'd appreciate it if you stopped lying. He triples down.
Shut up.
Insulted that I accused him of lying, insisting that he is 30. He did not walk me to my car. 35 years old.
No,
Sir.
no.
God, not even my son. He's like 20. I could never.
No.
Yeah. You want to put on Zoolander?
Oh my fucking God.
Okay, wait, he might watch Zoolander. I don't know. But he can cook better than that.
And he doesn't have like a
He doesn't have a
titty
titty
calendar.
calendar.
Titty poster. Jesus, no. God. What's happening? All right, I'm going to do this one. Content warning, because this whole show is a content warning. She wanted to cook me her famous panko crusted chicken fingers for dinner. We both got food poisoning from undercooked chicken and we're fighting each other for the one bathroom in her one bedroom apartment all night. It was coming out both ends for both of us.
Oh, no. Throwing up in a toilet that somebody else is having diarrhea in.
Both of you.
No.
Get me a bucket.
No.
I'll
me
go
a bucket.
outside. Yeah, I will go throw up outside. I cannot. No.
Just
so fucking gross.
the fucking odors. Oh no.
The odors.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
I hate this episode.
I know. I'm so sorry.
It's so awful.
Okay,
Happy holidays.
I dated a widower who proceeded to tell me in excruciating detail how his poor wife died. I mean, literally every detail. After about 20 minutes of this, I realized I needed the bathroom, but knew it would look callous if I got up mid-story, so held on. Awful as it sounds, I kept wishing he'd get to the point as I don't have a strong bladder, and I was literally bursting by the time his poor dead wife died in the story.
Oh, no.
He basically told me...
All I can think about are the doctor's notes from Hot Frosty.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, my gosh. Yes, please. Our Hot Frosty episode will be up soon. Please go listen to that on Patreon if you are a patron. It's available for all patron levels. Okay, he basically told me he wanted someone to look after his children, but that no one would ever replace his dead wife. Totally understand the pain he was going through and his situation, but did wonder what was in it for me. When I asked, he couldn't answer. Also, he had horrible nails.
What's in it for me?
Me?
Yeah.
It's like all those things that you see when someone's like, oh, what do you like about your partner or whatever? And they're asking guys, and it's always like, oh, she
stuff
makes
they
me
do for
feel
them. Yeah.
great. She makes
what they
great
do for
food.
me.
And it's like, what?
What's in it for her?
Like, what about her personality do you like?
I like how she makes me feel.
Adjectives, please.
Okay.
It's like, oh my God.
She makes me a better person.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ugh. Gross.
Exhausting.
I hate this episode. I'm sorry, everyone.
Truly.
You know, we've been doing this podcast for so long.
Uh-huh.
It's incredible that we have any hope for humanity left. It really is.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, you know, it's hard out here. If you're out there
tough times.
and you're really doing it, Lord knows I know.
Thoughts and prayers. My God.
Truly.
Stay single, honestly. Get yourself a good group of gal pals.
Mm-hmm.
Get yourself a nice lavender marriage.
Mm-hmm.
A couple
That's
of cats. Cats
where
are great
I see myself
company.
in the future. Oh, I love cats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The best.
Lou Diamond Phillip with like 4 or 5 cats on his lap. I was like, is he ever
Hot.
been hotter?
Yeah.
Has he ever been hotter? Because I've always thought he's hot.
Same.
Hotter.
Dude.
Strong Lou Diamond Phillip vibes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, hey, if you guys have a dating story, be it short, long, or disgusting. You know where to go. It's our one-stop shop of a website. It's myworstdatepodcast.com, and we love you so much.
Cheers.